Welcome back to the You Being You podcast, where I help women feel good in their body while building a life of feeling extraordinary in their lives. Today, I want you to know that your body isn't broken and it's not too late for you, especially if you're feeling super tired this week. Yes, we are in an energetic shift right now. And if you watch the moon cycles, we're in a quieter moon phase right now. And the new moon is a time for pause and regroup and to figure out what's next for us. And it's why I love tracking the moon. Rather than looking at my calendar and getting all freaked out by how busy it looks or sometimes how busy it doesn't look, I get to work with the natural rhythms of the moon. I get to ebb and flow, really just like the ocean's tides. I can ride the full moon wave and show up on Instagram and here on the podcast and inspire you the best way that I can. Or I can sit and think with the new moon, which is right now. I can take the time to share my thoughts with you inside a podcast episode like I am doing exactly today. I used to think that my body changes meant that something was wrong with me until I realized they were messages, signals, leading me to more energy, clarity, and a deeper sense of freedom. I'm Stephanie Huntjens White, and now as a women's health mentor, holistic nutrition coach, and energy practitioner, I help women over 40 decode their symptoms and hormones and trust their body's wisdom so they can feel, look, and sleep their best. In the You Being You podcast, we're not here for quick fixes or one-size-fits-all solutions. This is where science meets intuition, where we get to rewrite the old stories about aging, and where you get to take back your power, one small step at a time. Join me and my guests each week as we uncover the missing links to your symptoms, dive deep into the mind-body connection, and explore how to thrive naturally at every stage of life. Your body is beautiful and it knows what it's doing. Get ready to unlock the energy you've been missing and have fun along the way. Pull up a seat. This is the You Being You podcast. Now, let's jump back and look at that calendar I was talking about. When you open your calendar, so whether it's on a physical calendar or on your computer, do you have blank white spaces in it? White spaces with nothing booked. No calls, no meetings, no appointments, no work, no social events. Whether you run your own business or work with a more traditional work schedule, blank spaces on your calendar might feel jarring, right? Like something is missing, or you might be missing out on something because the fear of missing out is real, right? And how could you possibly be successful with open spaces in your calendar? Doesn't that mean that if you don't have any clients to fill up those spaces, or you won't get paid for a job you're supposed to be doing? And to be honest, it's partly true and partly untrue. I choose to have space because it leaves space for me to add energy back into my body. It lets me add in a coffee break with my parents. It lets me walk over to a friend's and have a chat with her. Or I can pop into my husband's office and do some bookkeeping, which he actually does pay me for. But the blank space also leaves room for my nervous system to regroup, to not feel hurried, and it allows my body to exhale for a moment. And it's really what I love helping women do, to help them discover how and where to add that white space in, and really to give them a big exhale in their lives and their days. It's especially important when the number one question I hear is, why am I so tired even when I sleep? And here's the thing. If you've heard me say it before, your body is always trying to tell you something. That morning fatigue, it's not laziness. It's not age. It's a signal, a sign from that beautiful, beautiful body of yours, and it's asking you for support. Which part of your body is doing the asking? That's different, and that varies woman to woman. But today, I want to look a little bit deeper into your adrenals. Your adrenals is a key energy center that I and many, many of my clients have drained. Yes, we've drained it and have actually rebuilt it one brick at a time. Did you know that electric car batteries work best when regularly topped up rather than being completely drained? So rather than taking them down to like 5 meters left on the battery, if you actually stopped when it had 100 meters left on the battery, your adrenals are exactly the same. So if you stop and recharge it before it completely wears out, it's going to be better for it. Because whether you realize it or not, we are electric. How many episodes of Grey's Anatomy have you watched when they shove a heart back to life using an electric current? It makes sense that if you drain energy from your adrenals, like an electric car battery, but instead you stop to recharge it before the battery is on low, it will last longer. Less stress, less wear and tear on the battery, less stress, less wear and tear on your adrenals. According to traditional Chinese medicine, your energy flows in cycles, much like that full moon and that new moon, and your adrenals are like that rechargeable battery. But here's the shift many of us aren't aware of. We push our body like a bottomless reservoir of energy, pouring it out all day long, and we focus on refilling most often with sleep and with food. But the truth is, energy needs more than rest and nutrition. It needs rhythm, it needs quiet, it needs nourishment of all kinds at the right time for you. So you might be wondering, what's the secret? So let's take a look and start with our mornings. In my practice with hundreds of women, how you start your day is the magic and the secret to feeling amazing in your 40-plus body. The women I work with say goodbye to waking up at 2 and 4 a.m. when they pay attention to their mornings. They start to feel good in their body, becomes an easy, natural way to lose weight, and it does wonders as a natural brain fog treatment. Because here's what's going on in the morning. In the morning, your energy spikes when you wake up. It's the hormone cortisol that actually wakes you up. Without it, you wouldn't wake up. So it's a good thing, not a bad thing. A lot of times, cortisol gets a bad rap. The problem with cortisol is that we tend to add to the cortisol in the morning because what's the first thing we do when we wake up? We jump out of bed, and you guess it, many of us grab a cup of caffeine as our first drink of the day, right? It's coffee or tea, it doesn't really matter which. And the caffeine causes another cortisol spike. When we keep spiking our cortisol, it causes extra weight gain due to our changing hormones. And if your cortisol stays too high, then the spike becomes a spiral. Instead of starting calm and clear, you start with a jolt, waking up and jumping out of bed. And then we add a spike with caffeine. And we end up with a crash by mid-morning. And we've also the cause of the mid-afternoon crash or the after-lunch crash as well. The problem really isn't the caffeine, but what we do before the caffeine. So the key here is, how do you start your morning without rushing into your day and still enjoying that cup of caffeine in your coffee or your tea? Because come on, we love it so much, right? And I'm not here asking you to give it up. So let me share a few ideas with you. As always, listen to what I'm suggesting with your body, not your mind. What feels doable? What feels like, yeah, I can do that. Trust your body's response, the first response, not the second one, because the second one is usually your mind getting in the way. So here are some quick ideas to help with that morning jolt, spike, and spiral. First, gratitude before getting out of bed. So what does that look like? Before you grab your phone or your coffee, and hopefully while you're still lying in bed with your head on your pillow, I want you to put your hands flat on the bed. Take a deep breath and start thinking of things you're grateful for. Think, I love the soft pillow under my head, the sounds of the birds outside, the warmth of the sheets on my bed, on my legs, on my shoulders. And do this for a couple of minutes, looking around the room, being thankful for the sounds and the senses and the things that you're feeling. Finish with one deep breath, or 2 or 3, and then stretch your arms and get up. A quick practice like this helps drop cortisol. It also anchors your nervous system and sends the message, I am safe here. Don't forget, we're wired for survival. Your brain is wired to pay attention to its surroundings and look for danger, especially upon waking. Hundreds, even thousands of years ago, we had to be aware to survive. Today, while lying in the comfort of your bed, not the jungle or a cave, You have the power to help rewire your natural survival state by starting in gratitude. Gratitude is actually an energy boost. And guess what? It's free. Number 2, right after you brush your teeth, before your cuppa, okay? Grab a glass of water and squeeze some fresh lemon juice into it. Lukewarm or warm water is best, but the key here is lemon in the water. It's a great way to support your liver that was detoxifying while you slept. The lemon water gives your liver a little gentle detox, kind of a final detox flush in the morning. And it helps take the pressure off your adrenal glands too. It's a win-win here. You'll rehydrate your body, support your liver while you're supporting your energy and your adrenals. Number 3 is a 2-minute check-in. Step outside. Stand on the grass. Don't worry if you can't stand on the grass. The most important thing is stepping outside. If you can find sun, even better. Put your face to the sun. Look up at the sun. Let the sun get in your eyes. Use your senses now. Feel the breeze, whether it's cool air, warm air, the sounds all around you. Maybe it's kids playing next door. Maybe it's a lawnmower running. Just take it all in. Feel your shoulders drop. Let your mouth fall open and your jaw drop. Let your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. If you're a bum clencher like me, let go and relax your bum muscles. Remind your body that it's part of a rhythm. Breathe here for as long as you'd like, using your senses to bring you back into the moment. If your mind wanders, just use your senses to bring you back in the moment. It's the simple stillness that will help keep you calm your nervous system. Even 2 minutes helps replenish your adrenal tank. Now you might be wondering, can something this simple really make a difference? And that's a fair question, because most of us were raised to believe one or all of these things. I've heard many women in my practice say, if I'm tired, I just need more sleep or more coffee. But here's the thing. You could be sleeping plenty and still be waking up exhausted. That's because your body doesn't just need sleep, and it certainly doesn't need more pressure. What it needs is for you to figure out what's actually going on. The lemon water, it's not a trendy detox. It's a signal to your liver and adrenals that you're listening. And it works, by the way. A study done on mice in 2019 showed an increase in longevity along with an improvement in microbiome when the mice were given lemon polyphenols. And I'll share the link up to the research study below in the show notes. I've used the morning lemon ritual myself and with my clients. In my one-on-one VIP coaching, I've watched clients improve the quality of their stomach acid using lemon water. Good stomach acid supports better digestion of your food. And good digestion is critical to help you absorb nutrients from all the good food that you're already eating. More nutrients plus better digestion improves your microbiome are all going to boost your energy levels. And improved microbiome also helps brain health. Here's another thing I hear women say. If I just push through, I'll eventually feel better. This one's sneaky. We've been taught that strength means ignoring the signs, but pushing through actually keeps your cortisol high and drains your energy faster. Remember that electric battery? The best advice I ever read was in a prenatal book before my first son was born. It was called A Girlfriend's Guide to Pregnancy. In it, author Vicky Iovine said, no one is going to give you a medal, and that has stuck with me for a very long time. So I ask you, why are you pushing? Gratitude isn't fluff. It's nervous system medicine. And finally, here's the third one that I hear a lot. I don't have time for this, Stephanie. That belief keeps women stuck. Because the truth is, you don't need an hour to reset your energy. You need a moment, 2 barefoot minutes on your back step, 1 exhale. That's all it can take to start the shift. So if you've been carrying these old stories, this is your permission slip to rewrite them. Because the moment you do, your body starts to respond, not with exhaustion, but with way less pressure. Let me say this again. Energy isn't built by doing more. It's restored by doing less on purpose. The biggest myth we've been sold is that our bodies will just bounce back with sleep and food. Your body isn't broken. But if we never stop the drain, if we're always on the go, 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 No amount of kale or cardio will save us. It's not about being more productive. It's about your rhythm and following your tune. So right now, pick something that resonated with you and do that. Listen to the quiet dark moon call this weekend. Add some white space into your calendar and enjoy it this summer, guilt-free. Because when you stop and listen to what your body is really asking for, when you ask it and listen to how it feels, it will lead you to exactly what you need. It's all about you being you. Thanks for listening to this episode of the You Being You podcast. If you found something helpful, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And if you're loving the podcast, I'd be so grateful if you left a review. It helps more women like you tune in and trust their wisdom. Speaking of wisdom, your body is always giving you clues. And if you're curious about what they're saying, take the Hidden Clues quiz. It's a fun way to unlock your energy type and get some answers. You'll find the link in the show notes. And if you're ready for deeper support, the Flourish Academy is where we do this work together, helping women 40 plus feel better, have more energy, and actually enjoy their bodies again. I'll add a link to learn more in the show notes. Until next time, keep trusting yourself